So yeah, actually, do you want to head up your playthrough with a little bit of context? Is there anything that you? Oh,
Yes,
Germ, thank
of
you for
course.
the follow.
I can do that. I can do that, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely, go for it.
So the reason that I'm making this game in RPG Maker 2003 is one of like sheer economy. For one, it's a very cheap engine. It's 20 euros to get, and you can like pretty easily like create something pretty nice in it without much prior knowledge. But here's another thing: I have a lot of prior knowledge because I since 2012, no 2011 was the first version. I have been working in RPG Maker 2003 because of a little game called Off. I am was I guess by this point the person who translated the French indie game Off by Mortis Ghost into English, and in the process of doing that, I caught a lot of knowledge about the engine. I saw a lot of things on how everything is put together, how it's utilized, and so on and so forth. And it's because of that I felt the need to make the game in that engine. There were actually previous attempts where I tried to use Godots for an Outcry, and in that iteration, it used to be a point-and-click adventure game. But we don't talk about that stage of Outcry. This is the stage it will be in as its final resting place once it is done.
Yeah, yeah. I watch a lot of Nitro Rad, so I am at least somewhat familiar with Off, and it's something that's just been like on my plate forever that I've just been meaning to play, and I just keep forgetting.
It's understandable. Honestly, Off has maybe not aged particularly well in a lot of regards. It's not like reprehensible or anything, but it's more like its design is very very limited in a lot of ways, and some of it is like actually hard to get through. But it's a great like surreal psychological horror piece, and I urge everyone to who hasn't played it yet to play it.
Or watch
Um,
a playthrough of it if you can find a good one.
yeah, yeah, that's a very good idea actually. Like maybe this is more so the kind of game that you want to watch a playthrough of.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, it's definitely worth checking out. So, all right, let's get started. So, just for a little bit of context, this game is very heavily narrative based. So, I'm going to largely leave control of what decisions get made and things like that to Quinn, just so that we get to show off everything that they would like us to see.
Oh yeah,
Considering that this is kind of what's the word developer commentary version rather than just like a
yes, and
general
I'm
playthrough.
I'm
So.
the writer and have done most of the programming on this.
Yeah.
Not all of it, but most.
Cool. So, with that out of the way, let's get started. So, yeah, like I said, this is going to be railroaded a little bit more than it would be for other playthroughs, but that's just because I want to make sure that everything Quinn wants to get shown off gets shown off. All characters portrayed in the story are fictitious. Any resemblance to existing public figures is both incidental and inevitable.
This is a little reference to one of my favorite books called "The Lost Honor of Catherine Bloom." It also begins with a disclaimer like this.
Neat. Okay, so I am going to put on content warnings just for the sake of the stream, just because I know that there are people who might not want to be exposed to certain things. I know for my game that I definitely made a point of putting content warnings ahead of time, but that's that's kind of the nature of heavy games like this. So I'm going to leave heads up for all of this. This game does go into some very heavy topics, and I'm filled with burps currently. But yeah, so if any, it's the Dr. Pepper. I'm drinking it out of a wine glass because I can't find my PS1 mug. Makes me sad. Of course, the one time I can't find my PS1 mug is when I'm streaming here. But I found it at a Goodwill. It was one of those like Goodwill like warehouses, and it was just sticking out of one of the bins, and it was just this little like gray cup with a PS1 logo on it. It's so cool. I love it. Yeah, Lil Wage says burps are incidental and inevitable.
The Q, by the way, here is me. Like
Yeah.
it stands for Quinn. Like sometimes, like very rarely, I will be using this like tag to like denote something that I am saying to the player. So this is always going to be very out of the way and like more so secret stuff.
Yeah. To preserve what's it called, suspension of disbelief and all that, because immersion is very important. So
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna. Oh, does this not have controller support? I don't even know if RPG Maker does controller support.
Controller support, funnily enough.
Oh, it does.
I did not recommend it. That the engine can do that. And
Okay,
I didn't
fair enough. All right, let's get going then. Please play with headphones if possible. Sure am. Otherwise, y'all would hear it in the mic. I have played a little bit of this, just like full disclosure, because I did help do a little bit of playtesting for it, but this was a long time ago, so yeah. All right. Anyway, distant bird calls. Welcome the night. I cannot read today. Apparently.
Generally, maybe you should let chat read this for themselves.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say this is probably gonna be a lot of talking, isn't it?
So. Yeah, you're gonna need your voice.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I do actually have 3 or 4 more games to go through after this. So.
Indeed. There's a lot of like characters and a lot of like voices that would need doing. So.
Mm-hmm. Also, chat. Let me know if I'm going through quickly through the dialogue. So, Quinn, do you want to give a little bit of context for what the game's about? Like anything people should know going into the story? Anything that you'd like to share?
So the game is kind of an amalgamate of both personal experiences, some of the media that I like. I can't see the game anymore.
Oh no, I'm turning down the volume a little bit.
I see. Okay. It's an amalgamate of personal experience, books, media I like, as well as one very, very important message that I wanted to get out there. That message, I'm not gonna go into exact detail about it because it's very multi-layered, and a lot of it is not in this demo yet. But it's how would I say? The basic gist is it is in favor of proactiveness and against bystanderdom.
Okay.
This is the very gist of it. The game is very influenced by the work of Bertolt Brecht. It's not exactly like anti-illusionist, as you can tell, and all the characters are at least somewhat relatable, or at least how would I say, verisimilitudinous people. But yeah, that's all I can really think of to say for that.
All right, so the first mission, if I remember correctly, is to try and
No. Don't go to extreme. This is actually about the thing that we were talking about before the stream started. Go all the way to the end of the hall, the next hall even.
Oh, right, yeah. There's a door over here, I believe, right?
And talk to the person that lives in the final door first.
Okay.
This is important. In fact, you need to talk to that person twice.
Okie doke. Yeah, this, I will say that I remember Quinn talking about this, that the...
Sorry, other side of the door.
Oh, gotcha.
This is something that we will absolutely be fixing in the finished version.
Gotcha.
The person who implemented the way these doors work is no longer on the team, and also no longer a friend of mine. But either way, they were not very good at programming in a few ways. And I have since found a way that we could do this that I need to implement, but I haven't yet.
Yeah, having personal disputes among teams is always a rough thing, especially when you guys are friends. It's just I mean, it is kind of an inevitability under the pressure of game development. It is an incredibly stressful hobby, but...
Indeed it is.
Hey Quinn, do we want to press C on the next prompt?
Not yet, no.
Okay.
One word about this character, Anne. She was designed initially, back in 2019, by one Splendid Land on Twitter, who is a pretty good friend of mine. I'll quickly drop her. I'll quickly drop her Twitter in the stream chat.
Okay. But what choices do you want to make, Quinn?
Don't call me that, please.
I was like, don't call you Quinn? That...
No.
No, I know.
This is a small mechanic in this game, actually. Anne has a proper switch attached to her that will determine whether she remembers the unnamed pronouns. And the thing is, that switch doesn't change on its own. you have to say something. You have to bring it up to her so she remembers. But once you do, she remembers it throughout the rest of the game.
Which is an interesting way to handle the whole like pronouns issue. It's very real. All right, where are we going next?
Anything here. I feel bad in my body might be a thing, but anything is fine here.
Nice, good for her. Yeah, I know so many people who just have like 6 billion lighters. Oh man, the skull one is so cool.
Yeah, there was a recent change of that. I am no longer judging the player harshly for picking it, so go on ahead. You can pick it.
Yeah.
Wait, Quinn, wait.
Oh, wait, that's right. No, here we need to press X, actually. Press X, rather than... Yes, there we go.
Oh, is there a secret lighter? Oh, I love that. I love it. Fantastic. Nice little, Are you implying that that is not the cool skull? Are you implying that Scully is not the coolest skull around? Coolest skull in town?
It's the cooler skull lighter.
Oh, is it actually called that? That's so funny.
No, you can actually look in your inventory and like look what it's called and like its description and such.
Here, hold on 1 second. Just go. You need to smell stuff in the other end of the building. Cool. Should I go talk to Schmidt first, or should I talk to?
No, talk to her again. Actually, first go.
Hey kid, you want to smoke some cool cigarettes? I love that. Hey.
So talk to her again because this is something that no one has seen so far.
Oh. Very, very much so. Oh, secrets. Egg.
Has no one actually found this then? No streamers found this? Because I think I found this...
No streamer has found this.
Oh, that's curious, considering it's not very hard to find.
It's like with the weird lady calling you an animal product. Cool.
Social anxiety has been bad here.
Oh yeah, I wanted to say, Z-Bill asked in the chat like a good few minutes ago, who did the character dialogue sprites? They're great. Quinn did those.
Yeah, I did them.
It's got like a very the not unnamed characters remind me a little bit of like the style from Stardew Valley, which I absolutely adore. So I really like that.
Here is the thing. This teaches you a mechanic in this game.
Okay. Neat. So there's and you said that no streamers have found this?
No streamers have found this. This is the first stream to my knowledge.
Neat. Well, exclusive content here on the HAUNTYCAST, so neat stuff.
And I would like you to keep it in mind, because from now on I will not be making any more choices for you.
Okay.
Instead, I would like you to remember that when there are choices that you might not like, or like choices that you're not so sure about, you can press X or C instead and get an alternate outcome.
Cool. Okay.
This is the door numbers. Like, you can ask about who lives behind which door.
Oh, okay.
Zombizzle in the chat is losing their mind on that. I don't think not every choice, but some of them.
Some of them, yeah, not every choice. Sometimes it wouldn't really make sense to not like give the player like a preview of what they're going to say.
Makes sense, yeah. I'm guessing it's all the major choices.
Some major choices, yes.
Ah, okay, alright. I haven't actually tried that mechanic, but I knew about it, but I haven't tried it. It seems really cool.
Aiden, you're skipping through the text really fast.
Oh, I am sorry. Out of curiosity, I had a question and then I just completely forgot. Never mind. Small talk though. I apologize. I'm a very fast reader, which is why I was like, it might be smart for me to kind of have you railroad me a little bit, but.
Oh, I can do that if you need it.
Oh no, it's perfect. It's completely up to you. I have to make switch place. Are you okay? Did you repress its existence? Trickster. Alright, cool.
So now you place C, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We forgot to texture that door in the room, in the museum room. We forgot to put that door there.
Yeah, there's a door number 4, and we forgot to put it into the museum room.
Yeah,
That's alright.
I mean, like, kind of understandably, because you can't see it. It's the one on the farthest right. It's like on the wall. It's like on the perpendicular wall.
Yeah, it has descriptive text and everything, but
yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I just thought.
no
Yeah,
one
that's the
found
thing.
it.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah.
important.
Wait, which one was Schmidt's door? Was 5, right?
8.
8.
Actually.
Okay. Gotcha.
5 is
Yeah.
hands.
I apologize. I am a little bit brain dead. I went with 2 weeks without sleeping medicine, and my brain is just like goop because I finally got it back, and now I'm sleeping like 12 hours a night.
Do not worry, Aiden.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that you're getting sleep.
Yeah, no, me too. Finally, anybody who hangs out normally in the chat in Haunted PS1 knows that like I have been a mess for the last couple of weeks. I was like practically falling asleep in the chat the other night.
So, Schmidt is the character I have the most fun writing.
Mm-hmm.
He is a bastard, but he is so in a really entertaining way. It's super fun to write him.
Really? There's no X on this?
Not on this particular one.
Ah, okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah, his full name is Horst Schmidt. So the jokes you're all making in chat, they're deliberate.
Amazing.
I love how Schmidt's like, I'm building a big model ship. It's very cool. And Unname's like, can I see it?
Yeah, this was straight up a whatchamacallit, steamed hams. Steamed hams.
Steamed hams.
You can do X here. There we go.
There we go. Ooh, I heard the audio kick in there too. Can I see your ship? Oh whoa! Jesus Christ, Minnie! Oh my God! Right.
You're very welcome.
Thanks.
You're very.
love this particular. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I love this particular moment, especially after like he goes on this tirade, because it does show that the Unnamed has chutzpah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when they try.
Yeah. You gotta assert yourself. Building model ships. I want to see that ship. Do we get to see the ship? Can you like climb the scaffolding and see the ship through the window?
Spoiler. That's a spoiler.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I've never gotten that far.
No, not for the demo.
Well, it's not in the demo.
Oh. Is the ship relevant?
Yes, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could definitely tell you had a good time writing this. Yeah, it's so funny. I remember when I was playing this initially. I'm just reeled up.
Aiden, here's the sad thing. You missed all the other neighbors by doing it this way.
Oh, did I? Bummer.
Yes, you did.
That's a shame.
But I think the world can survive without having to see Gertrude Eisen.
Well, go download An Outcry and go see the other neighbors because they have interesting things to say if I remember correctly.
Yeah, both of them do. And one of them even includes a fun little like X button thing.
Neat. Yeah, so go explore that for yourselves.
Oh yeah, you can still like talk to Anne even after only having talked to one neighbor, right?
Yes. After having talked to only one neighbor, you can still talk to Anne. Only like the neighbors you haven't met will not appear in the gossip scene. That's the thing. You can gossip with
okay.
Anne about anyone who you've met, and it was a nightmare to implement. At Slime Splash, yes, you can take the stairs there. It's only for the first time that you go downstairs that you need to take the elevator. I made it
Gotcha.
so in order to like set up the elevator for something secret later.
Oh no.
It's a surprise tool that will help us later.
It's so funny. I remember like I was like, oh, this looks like an RPG Maker game, and then I got to this scene and I was just like, whoa. Because this doesn't look like anything I've seen that's built in RPG Maker, and I just remember thinking that this was really cool.
There are things about this particular bit that like still need a bit of polish even now. But these cars were made by someone very important to me, Kyra Dev on Twitter. Let me quickly dig that up.
Yeah, if he's gonna say,
Made this
post in the
animation,
chat.
and I implemented it into the game.
Is that not her in the stream chat? Yeah,
Oh
she's
shit!
here.
Kyra, I didn't see that he was here.
She's been here actually.
Oh, spooky.
Oh damn! I was so in love with my voice that I forgot. I'm so sorry. I didn't see. Hi Kyra.
Okay.
Much love.
Sure. Let's take a look. Examine with space receiving the cursor changes. Okay. This piece of paper is like the as well as that's a page from a book. Oh no. Oh, is that a dead animal? With the many wheels, there's a battered copy of Robert Cooper's The Public Burning. Contents of their package is unsalvageable. Fucking hell. That sucks.
So here's the thing that I sort of badly designed, even though I thought it made sense. The cursor, when it's orange, means that there's secondary text.
Oh, okay.
That there's no more text.
Gotcha.
A lot of streamers interpreted that, and that was just
Ugh.
angry.
I wanted to just briefly unmute to say that this is probably my favorite part of this entire game, solely because of the terrifying Jared Fogle-looking guy.
Yeah, no, like that.
So good.
Shoutouts to Oscar.
I have seen that before, and it still scared the crap out of me. So
Oscar Goatee in chat actually made this one. Give him a shout out if you can, because he's an extremely talented artist and he can chop up faces like no one's business.
That is a really upsetting image. You did a fantastic job. This is exactly what I think of when I think of politicians. So fantastic work. Cheshire Man's smile into the brains of the respondent. His eyes are an unnatural steel blue. His features photoshopped to eternal youth. Oh, so that's supposed to be like contextually off-putting looking. It's not just like stylistic interpretation. That's kind of cool.
It's both a little bit, but
neat, okay.
Yes, like it is supposed to be sort of off-putting in the way that like a heavily like edited elderly person looks kind of off.
Yeah, it's definitely very like uncanny valley. You know, I think that's like interesting.
I'm completely desensitized to Sebastian Schrei. I've seen him too many times.
Spoolicus in the chat. A tiny bit, but there's actually something else in this room that that's a little bit more overt about that. About the fascism content. Also, Oscar, I don't think any of the other streamers have done the additional Schmidt dialogue, and we did not either.
Well, here we are. God, you're upsetting. Oh, hold on. I feel like.
Thank you so much, Alyssa. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you.
Yeah, I remember this scene specifically reminding me of this one, like, Crystal Castles song. For some reason, it just, like, really, like, hit me specifically. 2 years ago, the Unnamed had made a decision. Is this one of the content warning bits?
This is one of the content warning. Yeah, content warning for suicidal ideation and a suicide attempt.
Yep. I was gonna say, I saw the screen go black, and I'm like, oh, something's about to get real.
Oscar is requesting that that people who play this demo bother Schmidt additionally.
Yeah. I will definitely say I'm to some extent kind of leaving things open end a little bit, just so that people can go in and like have their own experiences and go through the dialogue the way that they want to. And
yeah, which is also the main reason why I didn't like say anything
Yeah.
when you accidentally skipped the other neighbors.
Yeah, exactly. So like, definitely go in and check this out, because it's got a lot of cool secrets. Skip it, at least for now. Content warning over?
Yes, the content warning is over.
Cool. Okay. Alright, I think that's all the dialogue out here, except for maybe...
There is a lot more.
Oh.
A lot more.
Well, okay.
You got maybe half
also
of it.
go up from this particular one. Go up from this particular one.
Okay.
Because there's one that also no one has seen that is, I feel, very important, and I need to make it more easily findable.
Yeah. Alright, 1 second. Is it the sky?
It's the sky.
The nickname was Starlit, in case anybody missed it. It's nice that it like goes back automatically in between them. Like, you don't have to just kind of actively wander around the screen until you figure out what you're looking for.
It used to be set up that way.
Yeah.
It's been improved since then.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's how it was when I first playtested this, actually.
And here you found one of the very rare typos in the game. I accidentally made it milieu rather than milieu.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, is that like the German English spelling of that? I don't know.
No, that was a straight up typo.
Yeah.
I forgot the I.
I was willing to give you the benefit of the doubt, but That's all good.
Oh no!
I was like,
I'm a hack and a fraud.
I was gonna say, I know I spell theater like different in like gray. Apparently, what is the wrong way for like American English? So it's just like more comfortable for me that way, because I grew up learning Latin, and that was how my tutor always like spelled things, was like the British way. She had her doctorate in like 3 different things. She was an absolute maniac. Shout out to Dr. Gray from a certain New Jersey high school. Never thought I'd be shouting out my high school Latin teacher, but here we are. Alright, I'm gonna let people figure out the rest of the text up there, just so that they have... Oh. Damn it.
This whole game was in a lot of ways inspired and based on a very interesting little night I had out in Vienna, where I forgot my keys and then just started wandering.
Oh, that's helpful. Okay, so that just like automatically lets you in.
Yeah, and is a homie like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, like I was saying. Yeah, oh yeah, everybody shout out your favorite teacher from high school in the chat. We'll get all those shout outs up on screen for YouTube. Oh yeah, but I back when I was at Rutgers, I used to like the door to my dorm room was like really, really janky. And hold on 1 second. And I used to like take showers, but the problem is like if you close the door too hard, it was one of those push locked, so it would just lock itself. So many times my roommate would be just starting his lecture, and I would be sitting in the hall in a towel soaking wet with no way to get into my dorm room. And I kept an extra key in my shower caddy to the point where it rusted. Anyway, yeah, that was just something that this game made me think about. This game makes me think about a lot of like really specific like moments in my life, so I think that's kind of interesting. I'm glad so many of y'all have a favorite high school teacher. That makes me really happy.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I like this like connection to the past.
Yeah.
It's another big thing for me with Outcry, like the way that the general situation, the zeitgeist, if you will, influences both the way the past is perceived and the way that the present is shaped.
Yeah.
As well as the individual people living in it.
Yeah. I feel like this is the kind of game that's just absolutely begging to like have a little bit deeper dug into it, if that's a sentence in English. But you know what I mean, where it's just like it's not one of those games where it's like, oh, you know, the ground is the walls here are red because they're red. Like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, why were these things chosen specifically? Why is there a giant pile of bricks in the background of the shot? You know, I'm sure there's a reason for all of this. So it's definitely worth picking apart if you have some time on your hands.
There's an explanation for the bricks, at least in universe.
There you go.
in this game, actually, in this demo.
Neat. Okay.
Just have to find it. There's just so much flavor text. Honestly, I didn't wish I put less in it. Wish I'd been able to put more flavor text in, so it would have been like perfectly consistent in its like furness. But it isn't quite, and I'm a little sad about that.
Yeah. Oh, I remember thinking at some point that the cigarette, like smoking the cigarette, would decrement my health. I don't remember where I got that idea from, but I just thought it would be something really cool, where it's just like, oh, you know, you need these to like kind of set your brain straight, but every time you smoke one, it hurts you or something like that. I don't know if that was from this game or something else I was thinking of, but
yeah, there will be something about smokes in the course of the game, but yeah. And of course, they are the save item in this game.
I think I hit the wrong button.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
For the demo, it doesn't really matter if you save or not.
Gotcha.
Because that will come up.
Oh, okay. The cutscene art looks fantastic, by the way. I should mention.
Thank you.
Like, I remember seeing this in the Haunted PS1 like demo disc trailer and being like, oh man, that's such a cool shot. It's so dramatic. I really dig that. Oh, is that the end of the demo?
It
Nope.
is not. It is not.
Everybody always thinks that it is, but it's not. It's just the end of the prologue.
Gotcha. Oh, so this is like the
game. I think people thankfully don't quit the game here. They like hit the button first, because then it shows them that the game's going on, will keep going. So
yeah, I would definitely say having like a maybe like a chapter 1 or something like that would probably help.
Yeah,
a little bit of
timer or something, so it fades off on its own. It's probably the best idea for here.
Yeah, Noir Mouse was said. I thought it was that too. So welcome to the rest of the demo.
There's just like some very small.
Whoa, that's a spooky noise.
That is the titular
Outcry.
Outcry. Yes. What I was gonna say, just really briefly, is there's a lot of small things in this demo still that are just the marks of a first-time designer, which I am.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Like a few like tiny mistakes, but they will be fixed in time.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if that Outcry. Ignore. Let's follow.
Ignore is unfortunately currently unavailable. It is on its own route.
The illusion of choice.
A lot of things happened that threw some plans out of whack, and so we weren't able to like implement it into the HPS1 demo.
That's all right. I mean, that's kind of how it be. I was hoping to have Movement 1 ready for the demo, because I made the game The Drowning Machine for the demo disc, and I wanted to have 4 out of the 6 parts ready for the demo, but like what I have planned for Reverie is like insanely complicated, and like it's probably going to be the same length of the other 3 combined. So I was like really hoping to have it ready for the demo, and I'm currently working on it, but it just like wasn't quite ready. So bummer. Anyway, something has burrowed itself deep in the unname's brain. A conviction, a steadiness. There is nothing more here. They should go talk to Anne. Oh, what do you mean there's nothing more here? There's a crow. Still bird perching on the brickwork. Its gaze is strangely piercing. Is there a sprint button out of curiosity or no?
No.
Sorry, what kind of button?
Oh, I was wondering if there was a sprint function, but
No, there's no fast running.
just keep things moving, but that's understandable.
Not just yet. There will be fast running later in the game. Probably. We're not sure yet, though.
Gotcha.
But at the moment, there's just no reason for the unnamed to like book it, and they are a smoker, so the lengths are probably a bit rough.
Yeah, that would be funny, like a limited sprint with like a really short stamina meter. That would actually be really funny. It's just like you can run for like 3 steps and then you're just like
dunking on our poor protagonist, I see.
Oh no, I used to be a smoker, so I know the feeling. Okay. What? Huh. Oh man, the crow.
Here's a fun fact. This is not a crow. I will not say yet what kind of bird it is.
Oh, I know what kind of bird it is. Well, I know because context, but I'm not going to spoil it.
Noah Mouse in chat, you might just get what you want.
Yeah, I do you want to talk about that at all?
About what? Specifically?
What you just mentioned.
Oh, yes. I have spent the last 3 to 4 days of refining a battle system for this game that is thematically relevant and feels off this game, which is hard to do in RPG Maker 2003, but I'm managing it somehow.
Yeah. So get hyped. There's some real cool stuff coming. Who does the sound design for this, by the way, out of curiosity?
That would be Edge, as well as we have, I think, 2 musicians on this team, as well as one who isn't on the team anymore, but who's still like in good spirits and all that.
Yeah.
I'll quickly get the links. I have them all pulled up.
Yeah, thank you. Because I remember specifically that I remember thinking when I heard this the first time that it sounded like it sounds like an angrier version of stuff by like Father 2006, if you know who that is. There's an album I was talking to Simi about the other day called White Death, that if y'all like kind of like ambient spooky stuff, it's a must listen. It's so good.
A lot of the music in this prologue was actually made by Jacking Spooner, who I will also like put in the chat. I found there was an opening to commission him for tunes, and I took it when I had the chance.
I definitely, yeah. I was gonna say there's a lot of individual elements to this game that are just really, really neat. Like, I mean, better in context, obviously, but it's like, you know, there's a lot of really neat stuff to this game. I did, in fact, follow An Outcry on Twitter at QuinnKArt.
At an outcry game.
Yeah, an outcry game. An outcry. Then get. Oh, bird has disappeared.
Good, check the bricks again.
Hey, there it is. Yeah, it just did. Oh, that's so cool. Ah, that's a bummer. Yeah, I remember that there was like a massive pile of again back when I was at Rutgers. This game just reminds me of my time at Rutgers for some reason, but there was a giant pile of construction equipment right in front of the dining hall that every single person hated. Brower Commons, for anybody who has ever been to Rutgers or like passed by, is barely edible. And I remember that there was like a long-standing joke that it was going to get put, like the whole thing was going to get taken off its setting and pushed into the river, and we were very sad when that was not the case. But yeah, so this game just keeps reminding me of like weirdly specific things from like the last couple of years, so it's just interesting. And oh no. Oh no. Oh no. No! Kick that door down. Kick it down.
They can't.
Oh.
They're too anxious.
That's fair. Here come the birdies.
Yeah, Anne writes like romance novels to pay the bills.
I love that for her.
Yeah, that's like when you're like talking to her initially, she like mentions that in one of the like lines that you can get from her, like when you're getting like her I think when you're getting her the lighter from her and such, like one of the choices around that conversation.
Writer's block.
Thankfully not, Noah Mouse. Thankfully not.
Yeah, people think that because, like, I think because the term smut book, people, like, think that she's, like, writing fan fiction or something. No, she's, like, a published, like, saucy romance novel writer.
Yeah, plot twist, this is actually just the backstory to the writing of My Immortal. That would be a nightmare. I would have many an outcry about that.
Oh, they said the thing. They made the joke.
It is.
Press X here. Press X here.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I like to think she just said the word gasp.
I feel like she would.
She seems like the kind of dramatic type to do that kind of thing, and I love it. It's so funny. You're very good at writing characters, I think, to like feel real in a way. Like these definitely don't feel like just like NPCs, if that makes sense in like a traditional sense. A bird.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is like my first foray into like proper like I guess published character writing. Funnily enough, it was before I usually like made these strange abstract like beings or like concepts that were characters, but now this is like the first one where I'm actually like putting character into the characters, I suppose.
Oh, I love that. That's such a nice it's such a nice name for a recipe. Oh, somebody Johnny said Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven Way, like in reference to the bird. I love that. I should mention it.
It's not a raven. We would have colored it all black if it was.
We're just gonna figure out what kind of bird this is by process of elimination. Yeah, it's a really important thing to like reach out to the people who, you know, who care about you and who you're able to like trust with the state of your mental health. I know for me personally, I spent a lot of time trying to like hide it from people. And you know, so like having the option to like talk plainly about things is just like very nice.
And the name just have that kind of frank relationship between each other.
Yeah, and I remember specifically, like, I'm sure anybody who's played my game knows that it's like I'm very, very familiar with like mental health issues and things like that. So, you know, this game definitely speaks to me in a very interesting way. I'm very excited for the full release.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And then she tears her skin away to reveal that she was a bird the whole time. Oh no.
Oh, that's right. You haven't seen that part of the game yet.
Yeah, I have not. Wait, does she actually tear her skin off and turn into a bird? Did I just like completely guess that? Okay, darn.
Never
That would have been spooky. Ooh. How old is she?
Anne is 49 years old.
And when does this take place?
In 2017.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I guess that's not exactly what I thought it was, but interesting. I'm also, for reference, I'm also Ashkenaz, so I'm definitely very sensitive to these kinds of things. God, the sound design.
So there's a bunch of things you can do here. You can before you talk to Anne, you can examine that.
Damn, you heard it here first. Dubs aren't real. If it's more such a thing as broken heart, it was picked and squared sufficiently. Out of curiosity, where'd the whole egg thing come from?
Well, they actually are bald. They're
Oh,
bald
okay.
Not a anonymizing feature. They are actually bald.
Okay, yeah. See, I wasn't sure about that. I was like, is this just like a? I was wondering if that was. Oh, okay. No problem. It's also interesting to me because it seems like in a lot of like traditional RPGs, it's like you get through the intro and then you can kind of just go wherever you want. But with this one, it really does, feel lived in, and I think that that's kind of neat. Is there anything?
And look at the window still, and look at the table.
Oh, okay.
If you want to.
The city at night. Oh wait. Can I go out and see the stars if it's dark outside?
At the moment, not
Okay.
yet.
But is that a
That
thing?
was one of the things that we had to cut because of time constraints.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh well, that was quick.
Egg moment. Yeah, speak the truth.
Yeah, why not? It's tasty. She made it with love. It's only polite.
She very much did.
Quinn, do you still have the like recipe for what that drink was that you came up with?
That would be
I
such a
haven't
cool thing to
Instagrammed
include.
yet, but there is actually going to be a little cocktail book, at least that's planned for An Outcry at some point. Because one of my favorite games is Kentucky Route Zero. I like doing these little like supplementary material things for An Outcry.
Yeah.
There's already one out, which is called The Inexorably Real, and it's a poetry anthology of Anne's. Some poems from that are actually in the game, others are only in the anthology.
Yeah, I honestly think that whole like recipe book thing would be a really cool like collectible that you can like find around the game like as an item. I remember I don't know if you've ever seen a show called what is it? It's something Danger 5. This is completely off topic, but there's a character in that show where every time a character dies on screen, they die in his arms and give him the recipe for a mixed drink.
Oh, I know about that.
It is so, and at the end of every episode, Hitler dives out of a window. Like they're trying to hunt Hitler down, and he dives out of the window of a submarine at this point, but it's just like not acknowledged. But it's a fantastic show. Anybody who hasn't watched it, I fully recommend it. It is very, very good.
What was it called? Sorry, I completely zoned out.
It's called Danger 5.
Alright, thanks. I'll have a look.
Yeah. If anybody likes like goofy like 80s like action movies and people punching dinosaurs and Hitler, I would definitely.
Honestly,
Oh, sweet.
so good. I love the part where Johnny Hitler picks up 10 papers and he's just really angry at the screen, just clutching a piece of paper and shaking his head every time.
It's so ridiculous. It's literally it's like sheer parody, and it is fantastic. The locksmith was a bird. Oh, that's not good. Oh.
I'm quietly smiling, you just can't see it.
I don't like where this is going. Oh, thank you for Marimo for the follow. Oh, spooky.
I would just like to say that there's a lot of stuff to inspect in Unname's apartment, and there's stuff that you can inspect multiple times.
As well as stuff that relates to each other. I'd like you to maybe look at the coat twice, please.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. If there's anything in particular, I don't want to spend too long in here because I definitely want to give people something to look for. Oh, no hit. Thank you for the follow. But if there's anything in particular that you want the audience to see, definitely let me know.
Yeah.
I think there's also some differences between whether the light is on and off for some of the things.
Oh, that's interesting.
Indeed, yeah. That's a quote from Off.
Oh, I love that. If you like this kind of music, I would definitely recommend checking out Birthdays by Keaton Henson. It's an unbelievable album. It's actually one of the things that inspired my game. And a lot of it sounds a lot like this. Birthdays and Romantic Works are both fantastic for completely different reasons.
Or alternatively, you just check out Hope Groveland, who made this music.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that too.
He's a wonderful friend, and he has an album out.
Yeah, absolutely. Do that too.
post his particular link again.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, I mean, I just like this was the thing it reminded me of. So
Perfect. He's really good.
Oh, you said that this was the artist that inspired a lot of the look of the game, right?
The playwright specifically that inspired its writing style, some of its presentation, and so on.
Sweet, more cigarettes. Hell yeah.
One thing I would like you to look at more than once in this room is the mirror.
Okay.
When you're done with that, I would like to request that you look at the couch more than once.
Time to stare at things in my house for hours. Ugh. Jeez. I know that feeling.
Thankfully, very few people have found this because I think people would have felt very bad.
Yeah. I've done that before, actually. I've brought furniture home. The beanbag, actually, that's directly behind me, I found outside of my neighbor's house because they were getting rid of it. Dragged it back to the house, like on my back. It was very fun. And now it's Mimsy's favorite chair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mimsy.
She's good. She's running around outside right now.
Dog.
Damn. Oh. Oh, that's really sweet. Damn, I like that a lot.
That's pretty much all that we want you to examine. Whatever you examine now is up to you.
Darn, no extra. Shucks.
No strong
There's
feelings about
fortunately no toilet secret.
What? There's no poop puzzle like in Risu. Darn.
No, unfortunately.
I would say fortunately not.
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Chris R. 200-202-22. That's a lot of numbers. Thank you, Chris R. for the follow. Yeah, dysphoria is a really hard thing to deal with. I'm non-binary for those who don't know.
As am I.
I honestly,
that was the ending.
I think that's one of the really neat things about Haunted PS1 as a community, is just how supportive folks are of, differing identities and, having an opportunity to, be around people who have, completely different experiences than you would otherwise. And yeah, I'm very thankful for Haunted PS1 as a community. I think it's a real good place to be.
I am immensely grateful as well. Like I've said in the devlog that I posted when the disc released, it was probably the best creative experience I've ever had, and just it's a really comfy and nice place, and
for sure
I hope it sticks around for many more years to come.
Yeah. And we're gonna keep chugging. So
Sorry for ringtone. I'm here.
you're good. No worries. Yeah. Anybody who has not. Oh, can I lock the door?
The door is already locked.
Oh, okay, cool. Just making sure.
That's why the unnamed locked himself out,
Can I check under the bed?
You cannot check under the bed, unfortunately.
Damn. Oh, some spooky shit's about to happen, isn't it? Oh no. Spooky. Yeah.
And that is the end of the demo. I a part of me can still not quite believe that this was accepted into the Haunted PS1 demo disc. It's been an honor and a huge like confidence boost to have been accepted into it, and this game means a lot to me, and the people in HPS1 mean a lot to me. So I thank everyone for playing it.
Mm-hmm. And we're glad to have you, and it's very cool that you've become such a close member of the community in such a short time, because you haven't even been around Haunted PS1 for like
Not that long.
right?
No, it was OKSoft that who does the sensitivity reading for Outcry. OKSoft who invited me into the server,
Mhm.
and it was then that I like closed the lid on my heart around this place.
Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful, it's like an amazing place to be, and anybody who has not been able to join the community, I fully recommend either messaging me or the official Haunted PS1 account, and I'll be happy to mint a link for you to join the community, which is...
Since it's the end of the demo, am I allowed to shill a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely, go for it. That's kind of the whole
All
point.
Right. So the thing is, I have a few medical conditions, medical and psychological conditions that are very hard to manage, and that sort of makes my the amount of money that I need in order to live quite substantial. As such, I just wanted to point to the link that's currently on screen about my Patreon, and quickly copy paste it in chat as well, in case anyone really liked Outcry and feels like they want to give me a bit of support. It would be extremely appreciated if you were to look at patreon.com/QueenK. You get a bunch of goodies there. There's a few tiers, and you can get all of my writing for free if you pledge at $3 above. So yeah.
Thank you, Mike, for posting links in the chat.
Thank you, everyone.
I fully recommend supporting Quinn. They wrote an incredible zine after playtesting my game. And 420 Bong Warrior, One Love, thank you for hosting us with 12 little haunties. We appreciate it. After playtesting my game, Quinn wrote an incredible zine in regards to their experience playing through my game, and I definitely recommend giving that a shot as well, on top of the support, because their writing is incredible, even outside of the context of video games, and I absolutely recommend it. So, all right, that was An Outcry, which is very, very good. What's going on with the disc? Oh, okay, there we go. So thank you so much for coming on the show. We very much... I just knocked over my wine glass. We very much appreciate your presence, and you made a really cool thing, so glad to have you as part of the community.
Thank you very much. I'm sorry it went on for a little bit.
No, absolutely.
You've been hearing me out, and yeah.
Of course, that's what we're here for. It's a community effort, and the whole point of this particular set of streams was to kind of uplift the community and show off, who we are as developers and as a community, to kind of really give, light to things that might not have otherwise gotten that insight, which is also why I'm cutting them up for YouTube. So